So thanks for everybody who watched the live video earlier. So first of many regular content that we're looking to produce is around leasehold properties. So obviously main question, starting from basics, is what is a leasehold property? So put simply, a leasehold property means that you own the bricks and mortar and everything that's between four walls, but you don't actually own the land the property is on. So you'll pay ground rents, and in some cases as well you'll also pay a service charge. So this essentially is renting the ground that the building is on, and also service charges pay for the upkeep of anything like cleaning or upkeep of trees, grass and shrub areas. So most common leasehold types of properties are of course flats with communal areas, masonettes with communal gardens. So if you are viewing a property and you're unsure, of course obviously ask the estate agent, but one of the key things of spotting a leasehold property is any potential communal or shared areas. This however doesn't mean that it's only masonettes and flats, because you can get leasehold houses. These are particularly common with new build and shared ownership properties. So if you're looking at a traditionally built house, even from the 1930s for example, don't just assume it's freehold, always ask. But those are the key things to spot it. That is essentially what a leasehold property is. Key indicators are things like communal gardens and shared areas, but main things to look out for are length of the lease, cost of the ground rent, cost of service charges, and if there's any specific clauses from the developer in there, for example to say that you can't have pets. Put simply, no. Just make sure that the ground rent charges, the service charges, and obviously taking into account other outgoings like your mortgage as well, is that they're all within your affordability. And also, key number is number 80, so make sure that the lease has got more than 80 years left, as anything below that and it may be difficult to get a mortgage. Also things to consider, obviously, if it's not quite 80 years but it's getting to below that level, then you may want to have a conversation regarding extending the lease as well. If you're looking to extend the lease, there's a couple of ways that you can go about this. First is what's called a lease extension on completion, where is you purchase the property, and as part of the normal conveyancing process with the solicitors, when the keys are handed over to you on completion, it is with you then in your name with the extended lease that's specified. Secondly, you can enter negotiations with either splitting or asking the vendor to pay for a lease extension, which can then be reflected in the market value. So guys, just to wrap up, none of this is here to scare anybody, it's just here to tell you what to look out for. If you see a leasehold property that you like, or if you see a property that you like and then find out it's leasehold, please don't run a mile. As long as the length of the lease is good, the ground rent service charges included with your mortgage and other outgoings are within your affordability, then absolutely by all means still go for the property. They're not a problem. It's just things to look out for that might potentially cost you money if they get missed. So look out for those things. But guys, if you see a property that you like and it's leasehold, then absolutely, a lot of these scenarios are perfectly normal. So if they do crop up, just simply speak to your solicitor. Sorry guys, you're the other way around now. But on the flip side, if you have a property that you currently own and you are either looking to sell in the future once everything's back to normal, and you're unsure about the best way to do that, the best way to market the property, or if you've got any questions about the lease, if you know the property's leasehold but you're not sure how to get hold of the information, or if you're unsure if the property's even a leasehold at all and you're not sure where to go to find out, if you've got any questions at all, then please do get in touch either on the email address, the phone number, or our social media platforms. We'd be happy to have a chat with you. So one last and very important point to cover is something called marriage value. Now this is far too complicated to explain or calculate over a video, but essentially what marriage value means is that golden number of 80 years, and for every year that your lease falls below that, the cost of extending the lease increases and increases. So if you have got a property and you know, or you find out that the lease has dropped below 80 years or is getting to that point, then please do get in touch. I'll see what I can do to help, because it is imperative that you get that sorted as soon as possible, so it doesn't cost you any more than it needs to. If anybody has any questions about anything, then please do feel free to drop them in the comment section below, or send us a direct message on social media. But that was a first sprinkle of information for you. Hopefully you guys can come up with a pool of new questions for me to answer with my fountain of knowledge. Thanks, guys.